Hey guys, happy Tuesday. I'm trying to get this paint open. I'm making some Halloween garlands, so I thought I'd come on here and show you what I'm doing and how easy this is to do with things that you may already have on hand or things that you can get at Dollar Tree. My hot glue is spilling here and I will for sure burn myself. So if you can see me and hear me, let me know. Give me a hello in the comments. Tell me where you're coming in from. Halloween, is it even going to be a thing this year? Who knows? Has your, I don't know, town or city canceled it? Or I think right now, I don't know if we've officially canceled it or if it's still on, or maybe they're saying they don't advise trick-or-treating. I don't know. I don't know what we're doing yet. But anyway, I'm making some garlands. And I put a link to the blog post up above so you can get the supply list, but this could not be any simpler. And it's the cutest little garland for Halloween. So all you will need, I was actually going to show you this because I tried to make it easier for Matt, but he made it harder. It's not harder, but. So I found these little wood blanks at Dollar Tree. And they are just thin wood squares. Now I will use these for something. I know I will. So anything simple or neutral like this, I always pick it up at the Dollar Tree when I find it. But I thought he could just cut these easily. And he could have, but he went and just cut some out of wood we had in the garage. So if you don't have wood in the garage, pick these up and you can use these. They're $1 for 6 of them, and 6 would be, depending on how long you want your garland, 6 would be enough. But basically, I should have grabbed I'll just use a pen. So basically what I would do for these is, I don't have a ruler on me, so I am just, you know what? I'll just use let's just do it this way. So basically I would just cut triangles. I will show you guys what I'm doing here in a minute. I always get nervous, like I say, to move that camera because it's gonna fall down. So basically what I would do with these squares is I would just make a triangle like this, cut off these edges, and then you will just use this piece in here. So simple, but of course, he just used what we had on hand. So he made me a bunch of these. You can actually, and I linked in the blog post above, you can buy these too. And sometimes like the dollar spot at Target has banners, and so you could just repurpose those. I didn't see any. I actually checked there because I was going to use those so he didn't have to cut them. I mean, this took him 3 minutes to cut this, just out of thin plywood or wood that we had in the garage. This was just left over from another project. And then he drilled the holes just like you normally would or have in a garland. So that's all it is. And then what I did was, okay, let's hope this doesn't fall down. Okay. Is I just painted them, just this normal craft paint. You can use house paint. You can use whatever paint you have on, wall paint, chalk paint, whatever you have on hand. And then I basically, okay, you can see that. And hopefully you can see and hear me. There's always like a lag, so it's, I can never see until later on. So ask me questions, and then at the end, they usually start coming in, and then I can go back and find and see them. But it's just initially, I don't know what it is. I just can't see them. So basically, so you've got your triangles, wood triangles. I mean, really, you could, with some cardstock, you could probably do this too. Just some heavy duty, because you're going to put stuff on top of this. So I'm just painting them black. And I paint the edges as well. So you're just going to paint all the edges. You can paint the backs too, but I'm not going to do that. Okay, you can still see this, what I'm doing here. So I'm just painting the edges. And usually with this paint, it's just one coat does it. But if you have to go back in, you're going to be covering most of this with something else, so it doesn't have to be perfect. It's basically this middle area right here. You want to see the black paint, but I paint it all just in case you can see it through what we're going to put over there. So I do that and try not to make a mess, but if you've been here for a while, I am like through our flip houses and stuff, I can literally open a can of paint and not put anything on the wall and already have it all over me. I don't know. It's a special gift I have, I swear. Okay, I'm trying to set these somewhere so that it doesn't fall and get... So you're gonna have a bunch of these. And again, you'll paint that or paint how many you want. Like I said, I didn't do the backs because I'm not gonna see it. So what I'm going to use next, googly eyes, this package just came from the Dollar Tree again, so $1. Gabrielle has a bunch of these too in her little craft area, but I didn't know how many I'd use, so this is a great craft to do with your kids too, because it's so easy. The hot glue maybe not, but so with your triangle, you're going to just glue on the 2 googly eyes. Just trying to make sure you guys can still see what I'm doing. So two googly eyes right here. And then I wish I still had some from a few years ago. When I made these the first time I made these, Target in their, and I don't, like they don't have to be perfect, right? They're gonna be mummies. Target had this craft gauze and it was kind of a creamy color, kind of like this. So when I made these the first time, I used that and I loved it. But they didn't have any this year. I thought they had it for a couple years. So this is just your gauze you're gonna have in your first aid box or kit, or pick some up. I had this, so I don't know if you can get this. I'm sure you could get it at the Dollar Tree or a dollar store. I always go to the Dollar Tree. I know everybody, there's like a 99-cent store. We don't have one of those here. We have Dollar General. I just don't like it as much, so I always go to Dollar Tree. So I'm literally just gonna put some glue on here just to start it. The other thing with the Target gauze, and I'm just gonna wrap. So I'm just wrapping like a mummy. This is, I mean, it can't be any easier. The Target gauze that I used first, I'm gonna put another piece of glue here just because it's not wrapping. And I'm just using the glue to kind of hold it down in place so then I can just continue to wrap. Sorry, the Target gauze wasn't as see-through, but this kind of looks more like a mummy's gauze. And you can see in the link that I put above in the description, hopefully that's working. You can see what it looks like with the other gauze. Either one's fine, but try not to burn yourself. Anybody else burn themselves every time they use a hot glue gun? Me, just me. It could just be me, but. Okay, so literally I am just wrapping. There's no wrong way to do this. I mean, your kids can do this. You just basically want to wrap this around, and then I kind of go up here over their heads too. And then I'm going to, see, there he is. Oh, look, that looks like a mouth. Okay, we're gonna leave that. We're gonna go with that. Okay, so I'm just gonna, again, put a dot of glue up here just to finish it off. And then I will cut the gauze off. And now I covered the holes, but when I go to string it on, I can just use of course I didn't grab one of those, a needle or something to poke through here to get through. And actually, since I didn't glue it up there, you can kind of get through there. I will have to use a big needle for that. So I'm going to just do a couple more here. So our kids are not trick-or-treating, not because of the year, it's just because they grew out of it. Makes me so sad. We used to have my family come over every Halloween. I would make dinner, and then my parents would come, my sister and her kids would come. I'd make dinner, and then we would all head out from here to go trick-or-treating. But now they've just gotten too old, so no more trick-or-treating. Okay, I'm just gonna, again, I'm just tacking this down so it stays in place. Easy, easy. And now, I'm trying to get the hot glue off my fingers. I'm just wrapping. And you can make it wider so you're not using as much. So this is kind of, with this gauze, I would recommend painting the triangles fully, just because it's more, you can see through it more than the other gauze I used. That does kind of look like a mouth when I leave it open like that. Oops. And then I keep going that way because I think that's where it's, and then I'm just gonna wrap. And they can all look different, which I think they all kind of take on their own little personalities. You could put little bows up here to make little girl mummies, or okay, and so again, I'm just going to hot glue this down in the back. Okay, so you kind of get the, and like I said, I have a blog post linked above. And I found some twine the other day when I came on here. I just had that rope. Dollar Tree had this for $1. Always pick this up. I use it for all kinds of things, just in decorating and projects like this. And this is a huge, how much is it? Well, it tells you how much it weighs. It doesn't tell you how much is it. Anyway, there's a lot of twine here. So I haven't found it there for a long time, but when I went in there to get this stuff, it was there. So this is what I will use to make the garland, and to, so with the holes that were up there, right here, I didn't grab my needle, so I won't bore you guys with that, but, so I will literally just, and you could even do this before you, you put on your eyes in the, which would probably have been smarter, right? But, so this is just all I will do. Or you could do it, just the back coming out each side, and then I will just keep going all the way along. And then you will have these guys hanging next to each other. Check out the post above and you'll see it all done. It's really a cute little garland. So, and so easy project. You can get most of the supplies at your local Dollar Tree, maybe your 99-cent store. I don't know. I'm not, like I said, we don't have one of those here, so I'm not sure what they have there. Okay, so the other thing I wanted to show you is, I love going to Target just like the next person, but our shelves have been pretty bare just because of the season we're in, right? So, I love, at Christmas time, everybody has these, this isn't one of them, has the white ceramic houses, and I love them. I do have a few of them. But I wanted some different ones. I didn't want them to all look like the Target dollar ones. So I picked this up at the thrift store. I started painting it. So I shared it in my stories, if you guys saw that. But I'm just painting these. You can get these for 88 cents. That's how much this one was at my local thrift store. And it's got the candle thing in it. But even if you look at your thrift store for, you know, like what do they call them? The towns, the Christmas towns and stuff. They could be really, you know, full of color, and just paint over them. Just paint over them. And then I'm going to paint this one. This is just kind of like the prime coat, but I'm going to paint this in my favorite. It's kind of a creamy white color, drop cloth from Dixie Belle. And then let me see, is this one open? I'll just paint it in this is just a whiter color. But easy. I mean, and then you've got, it's kind of some different, it's not just, you know, cookie cutter, same house. This one's totally different. This one's actually a lot heavier. And for 88 cents and some paint that I already have on hand, it's less expensive. The Target dollar spot, I used to call it, well, I still do call it the dollar spot, but it seems to be going up. It's like the $9 spot and the $7 spot and so these houses, I find every time I'm in a thrift store, there's some kind of ceramic house in the thrift stores. So, and they are always inexpensive. And now you'll be seeing more of them because the Christmas villages and stuff will be coming out. Just pick up a few. Once you paint them all one color, or I wanted to do some green. I thought about doing some green ones too, but it'll be all different and you'll get the same thing for so much cheaper. So I was just kind of working on these paint projects, so I thought I'd hop in live and show you what I'm doing. But I finished painting this. finish with my little mummy garland. There's another garland. Maybe I'll share that tomorrow if I have time. There's another garland that you can use these with that I've made before that I'm gonna make as well. So maybe I'll just do that one tomorrow and come on here and show you. But I was even thinking for these, if you didn't have a saw and didn't want to cut them, you could make the squares look like mummies just the same way. You just paint them black and use the googly eyes, even, or you could do it this way with diamonds and then put your hole up here. If you didn't have a drill, I would just hot glue the twine on the back if you don't want to use power tools or don't have them. So you can totally do this with, I'm just trying to see, is there anything that you couldn't get at the dollar? These are at the Dollar Tree. The googly eyes are at the Dollar Tree. They even have craft paints at our Dollar Tree. The gauze, I would think they would because you can buy Band-Aids and stuff. So I think you could get the gauze at the Dollar Tree. And then the twine. And that's it. The only other thing would be hot glue. And that they do have hot glue sticks. I just don't think they have the guns there. But so really it's like a dollar store craft. And it's super cute once you get it done. So if you have any questions, please always leave them here. I like to come back and check this out, just especially because I can now see that there are people here. Let me see if I can find any questions. Your town hasn't said yet. Yeah, I don't know what ours, and since our kids are older now, I guess I'm not really, yes, all of this was from the Dollar Tree. We have like the Dollar General and stuff, but I like the Dollar Tree the best. Hello from Texas. Matt wants to visit San Antonio someday. Yes, that's a great, great tip, Crystal. So you could totally do that. Soak this gauze into tea and it will age it, which would look that would look really, really good. It would kind of look like the color of the Target gauze that I used when I first made these. Great, great tip. Finger protectors from the Dollar Tree. Yeah, I haven't burnt myself yet today. So let's just call that a win. You would think that I could, but you go to grab it or you go to like touch like the gauze or whatever Kentucky, oh my gosh, I bet you Kentucky is amazing too. It's sunny here today. I see that you're getting rain. It's sunny here today. And it's like fall here today. It has been, it's not just today. Fall is my favorite season. I love fall. The weather just makes me happy. It makes me so happy. Okay, I'm just trying to get through these. I know, no more trick-or-treating. New Zealand, hello. Oh my gosh. I could sit here and just talk to you guys. New Zealand has to be amazing. I don't know. I just think it does. California, hello. How is it in California? Is it, yeah, trick-or-treating. I used to, before we had kids, I would take my nieces from my older sister out and go trick-or-treating. So we have been trick-or-treating with some kid for many years. So it's so sad. It was just nice that we had the whole family. It was just a tradition. We'd all come here. I'd make like a big dinner so they weren't just eating candy all night long. So they were kind of full before they went out. And then we would all go out. My parents would stay here and hand out candy at our house. And then the kids would all come home and dump out all their candy. And then they would trade before my sister would take 90 degrees. Before they'd go home. So it was just fun. And we still all talk about it. It's just good memories. 90 degrees. Annette, the heat and the humidity is just not my favorite thing. I don't know what it is, but I like the cooler temps for sure. Okay. I think I have gotten through all of the New Hampshire. Is it beautiful there in the fall? In North Carolina? Probably beautiful. All the places I would love to go and see. I just want to see all the places. Okay, if you guys have any other questions or about this or anything, just leave it in the comments and I will come back and answer them. I'm just going to finish these projects and be done painting for the day. Am I ever done painting? I'm always painting something, but okay. Have a good rest of your day, guys, and I will check in. I might check in tomorrow with that other little garland idea. Another easy one.